How do you build a healthy self-esteem as an entrepreneur? I think there's a lot of bullshit out there when it comes down, especially to self-esteem. There are a lot of people just talking about it in a more of a toxic, personal optimizational way, where it's a lot about just pushing through and just becoming independent of what other people think about you. But I think there is a little bit of a misconception about what self-esteem is and how you build it. And I want to talk about this today and also give you very tangible action steps, what you could do to build a healthy self-esteem as an entrepreneur. All right. Now, first of all, you might know of the pyramid of needs of Abraham Maslow. And one of the stages is building a healthy self-esteem so you can then self-actualize. And self-esteem by nature, Abraham Maslow actually distinguished self-esteem into the external self-esteem and the internal self-esteem. The external self-esteem is about what others think about you, the connections you have, the valuable friendships you have, and also what other people really think about you. And that's a very tangible and important point. We're not made to live in isolation, and what other people think about you and the connections we have is a real thing. This is what our self-esteem is based upon. You cannot build a healthy self-esteem if everybody hates you and everybody thinks you're a bad human being. It doesn't work that way. Also, I want to read out a quote actually that Abraham Maslow himself said. At no point in development we become numb to the moral judgment of those whom we take interest in. So the people that are important to you, you will always care about them. And it's never a good feeling if people you are close to actually don't like you or think you did something stupid. That's real. So to manage this external self-esteem, I was actually also brainstorming the last couple of days. I was making a list of what can help you to build your external self-esteem. And that is, first of all, spend time with a healthy social circle. Don't spend time with haters. Don't spend time with people who don't appreciate your success or who don't like you if you are authentic. You know, unhappy people criticize, happy people praise. Who are the people that lift you up, that support you, that make you feel valuable? Hang around more with those people. Very important. Also, simply improve your communication skills, improve your emotional intelligence. That's a tangible point. If you improve that, you can make friends more easily. That's why you have more potential friends. There you can decide whom you want to hang around with. You can connect much better and build those profound relationships with the right people. So you can do this by simply getting feedback, by learning. There are a lot of video courses, getting coaching, just socializing more and learn about social skills. Important. Also, generally become more valuable as a human being. Yes, like just improve your general skill set in everything you do. Read more books, go to the gym, travel more, follow a career path that is decent, where you feel like this resonates with you, you're interested in that, and you're actually passionate about it. So you need to also bring more value to the table, that other people are also interested in you. If you're just watching Netflix all day long and you're just sitting on the couch, having a boring job you don't care about, like, who wants to hang around with you? And that's the same even also for you as an entrepreneur. Be passionate about what you do and become valuable for others. Also, you can test whether really everybody demands those high perfections, because you think, this is a very important point, this external self-esteem and what other people think about you, it's about what you think other people think about you. You know, it's not about the reality, it's about what's going on in your mind. And you might have a very negative bias towards that and think bad about yourself. And checking and double checking is really about everybody expecting me to do that, is really everybody negative. Do some testing, talk with people. Discriminate the threat, like who's dangerous, who not, who is a helpful friend, who not. Very important. So there's some very tangible things that you can do about your external self-esteem. Now, your internal self-esteem It's more about yourself that is independent of others, but here it's also about your genuine accomplishments and your own authentic growth. So it's not like you're eating chips and eating hot dogs all day long and you say, oh, but I feel I'm worthy. It's also about you getting the feeling that you're worthy, and you can do this by authentically live your life, live your journey, have some accomplishments where you feel like, hey, I did this, like I built this habit. I told myself I'm going to build this habit and I did it, you know? I keep my word. If I say something, I do it. Those are all powerful things which really directly affect your self-image. How do you perceive yourself? And that raises your self-esteem. So what you can do to improve your internal self-esteem is, again, to improve your skills. So you feel like, hey, I'm self-determined, I have freedom, and I can have a proper effect on life. Focus on the input, not on the output. For example, if you build a YouTube channel, don't just focus on how many subscribers you want. Focus on how many videos you want to upload, how frequent, about which topic. And then do that. Execute on that. How often do you want to go to the gym? How many people do you want to call today? Very important. Setting goals. Get feedback. Get a coach if you want to learn something, or a consultant that helps you to, for example, improve your business. Think about your successes in the past. Appreciate them. You're an entrepreneur. That means you're running very fast in your mind. You're probably always thinking about the next. Take a step back. Make a list of things you actually did a good job. Hey, last month I made a new client with a pretty high price. I've never closed a client with this high price. Wow, this is actually impressive. And I didn't even think that I would be so far in life with this particular age. Or I have a beautiful relationship, beautiful kids. Like, all you're grateful for and what you did well in life. Focus on that. Also improves your self-esteem because you notice, oh, true, I am actually not doing that bad. Yeah. And again, seek situations and events that you authentically love, where you feel like this is really what I want. This is really what I enjoy. I really enjoy doing this type of sport. I enjoy doing this. Be authentic and be bold enough to be authentic despite social pressure. Yeah. Also a couple of points right now. But again, I want you to really separate external self-esteem from internal self-esteem, and both are equally important. And yes, while you develop over the years, while you develop a healthy self-esteem, you become more independent of what other people are saying, because you more self-actualize, which is the last step, this pyramid of needs. And this is all about being even more authentic. And though you need this basic foundation, you need this self-esteem to be strong enough to go against the stream and not care so much what other people think, so you can actually, evoke meaningful change in this world. So it becomes less important over time, but still nevertheless. And as always, as in the beginning, as I said, important people will be always important what they think about you. It is important, but then also focus on yourself and build this up. Now, if you notice, there are a couple of action steps that resonate that you would actually like to change, or you still need to have a better understanding what your self-esteem, or you noticed, oh, my self-esteem is not at the level I would like it to be, and I also kind of know it must be something with my past. I need to work something out there. If this is the case, just book a call with me. There's a link below the video. Let's just talk. Let's just genuinely sit together, understand whether we are a good fit, how would working together would look like. We build up a custom strategy, how you can really build this healthy self-esteem, a very individualized strategy. This YouTube video is very broad, but we're going to build something very customized to you. And then we can talk about if working together makes sense. But again, let's just talk. Let's just see what are the next steps for you. All right. I'll see you around. Have a good day.